Happy with the win, no question. Mississippi Valley State, everyone knows they've struggled. They've been on the road for 3.5 weeks, 12 straight road games. I thought their kids played really hard, and I thought it was really good for us to play against some of their trapping, and they were switching up defenses. They had really quick hands, forced us into 9 turnovers in the first half, which was, I thought, why they were in the game. They had 11 points off turnovers. I thought we were a little sloppy with the ball in the first half. Again, I thought overall our defense was really good, holding them to 29% shooting. Alex certainly was a story and should have been, with the size. But as you guys know that have been covering us, that hasn't always been the case with the undersized teams. But he was really a force down there. And unfortunately, you won't see him. He looks like one of the Hanson brothers on Slapshot. He's got half his front tooth missing. So. And there was no foul called on that play. But, no, I'm just kidding. But the guys did a good job. I mean, it's, again, these 2 games coming off of final exams, there's going to be some rust. There's going to be, some times when it looks a little sloppy. And Mississippi Valley State makes you play that way. That's their style. And, sets up a big game for us Saturday. I know it's one that our guys are looking forward to. 2 local teams, both with young programs. Coach Lato in his first year, me in my third. We're both trying to establish something. And it should be a really good game for us on Saturday afternoon. Got a couple days to get rested up, and excited for that game. So I'll be open for questions.
Coach, talk more about Alex's performance tonight.
Yeah, well, we really wanted to establish him. We had a big size advantage. He was bigger than any of their guys. I thought in our last game, we showed our guys a lot of tape. We really settled for threes in our last game in the first half. I think 18 of our first 23 or 24 shots were threes the other night against Chicago State. And we showed our guys on film from that game how many times we had a chance to get it to Alex. And, I thought we did a better job of that early. He had our first, whatever buckets. And then because of that, though, our guys are such good guys. I thought they then got away from shooting the ball when it was there. It was like, okay, now that we're going to feed Alex, we're not going to take our shots. And I thought that took away our rhythm shooting threes. And we were able to make some in the second half, but certainly not one of our better shooting performances. But Alex was the star tonight. Thought he played great. Thought he had a real presence, double-double, 11 rebounds, 21 points, 3 blocks. He played like a senior, really good big man. It was great to see. Hopefully he can carry it over into Saturday.
You guys have played Mississippi Valley State 5 years in a row, maybe. Before you were even here, I think.
Yeah, I'm only resposible for 3. So.
Yeah, is there a reason that they're kind of your SWAC guarantee game of choice?
Yeah, they've reached out to us. It's they love to come to Chicago. A lot of times in these in the guarantee type of things, it's given to teams are interested in coming here. You have interest in certain teams. It's just been they've enjoyed. They're good guys. It's been a good trip for them. They like being in this area, and it's just worked out that way. It's not like a 10-year deal, or it's year in and year out. So I'm not sure where that's going to be going forward. But that's their coach is a really good guy, and they have a couple Chicago kids on the team. So that's why they had reached out to us about playing, and the timing to play them has been good. Right after exams, is worked out from a date perspective.
How strange is it for you in college basketball where, you have a lot of the major conference teams, but then this other group of teams that, needs these guarantees to function? It's so much different than professional sports. Is that kind of strange for you how that works?
Yeah, it's like the business of it. And really for me, I didn't have a huge hand in a lot of the scheduling stuff we did so I've learned a lot about it, and the strategies of it. And, but yeah, what you're saying, that, they have yet to have a home game. It's crazy. I don't think they've been home in like 4 weeks, and talking to their staff and stuff. And they're going to go right from here Thursday night. I think they play at North Texas. So it's interesting, but for them in their league, for them to go to the NCAA tournament, they could win. They have to win their league. They have to win their league tournament. It's going to be a one-bid league. And so for them, if they could travel around and go to great cities and, play good teams, different styles, I can kind of see. But certainly it's got to be tough when, you don't get a chance to play in front of your home crowd and take some of the losses they've taken.
When you were an athlete, you had a few road trips or whatever. How difficult do you think it would be as a student trying to do all that stuff to have a 2-month road trip essentially?
Yeah, judging because I went to Duke, it would have been really tough So I can't speak for anything like that, but I know what our guys go through at Northwestern. I know 2 schools. I know Duke and Northwestern, and both of those schools it'd be impossible to do that. So it'd be hard for sure.
A couple nights ago, we talked a little bit about the post entries. Do you think they were better tonight?
I thought we were looking more. I'll have to look at the tape. There was a bigger sense of urgency. We worked on it a lot yesterday, and again, I thought then it worked kind of. I thought we passed up some open looks. It was like I told the guys at halftime. I said, "Look, we want to look for Alex, but we're still a good shooting team. Like we gotta take our shots." So they kind of went the other way with it, which is okay. I'd rather have them err towards really giving Alex a look, especially when he's got the size advantage. But I thought we did a little bit better job. I thought there were different guys that found him. It wasn't just BMAC. It was, he got some entry passes from some other guys, some of our wing players. And, it'll be good to see the tape. Hopefully we can see some really good clips to show those guys, heading into the game Saturday.
Was yesterday mostly film, or did you get some court time?
Yeah, a little bit of court time. We're a little bit banged up and still kind of, this time of year, it's hard to really practice them too hard. You're playing games, and a lot of it is game prep and film work, and then taking care of their bodies. Treatment, lifting weights, getting their shots up, trying to limit the contact and banging a lot. So it's a real fine line, because I'm always been one that I think fresh bodies and fresh minds are of utmost importance when guys are playing, even if it means sacrificing a little bit of being sharp because of less practice time. So it'd be nice if we could have a little more practice time, which we will now, because guys don't have school for a few weeks. So they have more time now to really study the game and be full-time basketball players, which to me, it's always a great time of year for teams to get better if you take advantage of it, because, it's like football. I think where they have the first 4 or 5 games, there's no class, which is great. It's almost like you're pro player. It's all basketball or all football, and that's a nice thing for this month. So I'm looking forward to seeing if we can get better. We have to get better. I mean, we're far from a finished product, and if we want to be successful in our conference, we're going to have to continue to play better.